as I was working with adolescents, I started to realize that the work was focusing on the behaviors of the adolescents, teenagers, um, and that often there was a conflict or area of tension between specifically the adoptee and their adoptive mother. And I'm going to talk about in my presentation about why I believe that that occurs. Um, and using the theory of Pauline Boss, ambiguous loss, which is really one that does not pathologize any of this process, but actually normalizes that loss is a part of every adoption story. Um, and so I started to shift my work using Pauline Boss's work towards a more relational, bringing families into the room together, finding empathic connections so that everybody involved can sort of build that attachment that I think everybody is looking for, right? I think most families have the same goals, and that is to have, safe, loving, bonded attachment.
How is this a topic that would be advantageous for the community to be able to hear of all of us in the community, all of the triad and others? Why is this so important?
Well, I think it's important because rather than saying, My child is struggling, please help my child," I'm asking families to say, we are struggling as a family, help us as a family. And really, I am empowering particularly adoptive moms who often will talk about the difficulty in their relationships with their adopted children. I'm inviting them to come into their room with their experience about what was happening for you before the decision to adopt, and welcoming that part of you without judgment, with complete, acceptance. And believe it or not, most of the relationships will benefit when they're willing to come in and be vulnerable themselves, right? It goes back to that Brene Brown, like vulnerability, like being willing to like get down in the hole with each other. And so it actually, rather than have separating the relationship, it's saying, let's get in here and roll up our sleeves. And rather than looking at diagnoses, pathologies, what needs to be fixed, it's more centered on what is the story of our family? What pieces have we not filled in? I do like a family tree, like that really tells the whole story. And it's so powerful to see connections being made from a place of positivity, right? I mean, that's it. Like we grow when we feel safe, we grow when we feel listened to, and anger, um, punishment, all of those things sort of actually shut down these courageous conversations.